If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Samantha Samuels. I am a coach, a minister, all thing authentic me, God's way. Living authentically God's way. So, if you like this content and it resonates with you, go ahead, like, share, and comment, and let us know how you live your life authentically God's way. And what are some of the things, even what are the challenges that you have been, not challenges, but some of the process that you went through to becoming your authentic self? Because it's not a challenge, or when you become truly authentic God's way, it's a process. I've come to learn that it's a process. So today we're going to talk about correction is not rejection, it's just redirection. Got it? Correction, it's not rejection, it's redirection. A lot of times we sometimes get offended when someone corrects us or we do something and we're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to show it because they may say no or they might just reject it. But rejection, it's not rejection, it's really redirection and correction to get you into the right path. And sometimes, you know, when you get the correction, it may not be always in a loving manner. It may not always come off, pleasant or anything like that. But if you are in always in a spirit to learn and to grow, you will take what you need to take from it and leave what needs to be left, right? And so, but a lot of times we just get so offended because we don't want anyone to tell us anything or to speak to us. And what that really does is stifles your growth. It really cripples you and you're not growing. If you are someone that do not like correction, or as soon as someone talks to you a bit harsh, I personally don't like anyone speaking to me harshly. But I've come to this space to really just not just to say, okay, what positive can I take away from that, and what can I leave? And so I've come to just get to that space of what can I take away and what can I leave. And so know this, that correction, when someone corrects you, it's not for you to feel rejected or to feel like, hello, like, oh my gosh, um, I can't believe this, or this person hurt my feelings, and you go into this tantrum, or you go into this place where you're feeling like someone just did something to you, but really and truly, it is correction. It's correction. It's not rejection. And so I just want to pinpoint a few things to you today about what it means for to be corrected. And different people do different things, and there are points in time where you may have to say, if people are not doing it in a constructive way, that you may have to really have a conversation with that person. Hello, thank you for joining. This channel is all about authentic me, God's way. If you like the content, go ahead, like, share, and comment. So yes, so today, yes, so we're talking about just read it's a redirection. Like, it's okay for someone to tell you, it's okay for someone to correct you, it's okay, but don't take it off. If you get offended every time someone speaks to you or correct you, that means that you need to do a heart posture. You need to do a check-in with your heart, and you need to see, why am I offended by what someone just said to me? Was there some sort of truth in what the individual said? And if there was some sort of truth in there, evaluate it and see how you can make the correction. Because I believe that we all should be in a space, becoming authentically you. It's where you are always in a space of you are checking you. You are doing self-examination, self-evaluation. You're not ridiculing yourself, or you're not constantly judging yourself, but you're constantly doing an evaluation about yourself. You're constantly doing a check, like a scan, checking to see, okay, was that correct, or am I in the right? I just, for me, and this is just me, and everyone is different. But I like to do that heart check to say, okay, God. And it took me a while before I got to that space where I would do the self-examination, because before time I'm like, oh my gosh, rejection, rejection, rejection. This person is rejecting me, and I would be afraid to say something or go about doing something because I'm feeling rejected. But when I start really doing self-examination and realizing everything is not about rejection, I needed to get over any past trauma from childhood or past hurt or anything like that. That's when I went into the space. Hello, how are you? And I really start doing self-examination. So if someone came at me in a really negative way, first I'm like, okay, what is the reason for you coming at me like that? But I'm not coming back at them, because then what I've learned is that if I come back at them like that, I'm actually giving them power. When I come back like, who you think you talking to, and da da da, and the swirling of the neck, I'm giving them power. So I normally will step back and says, okay, I'm going to allow that to process in my mind. And I'm going to say, okay, was there any truth in what they said? And if there were any truth in what they said, then I'm going to dissect that. Hello, thank you all for joining. I'm going to dissect that and says, if there is any truth, what can I change in regards to whatever that truth is? And if there weren't any truth, my dad would always say, because I would get, oh, Dad, I can't believe they said that. He said, was there a truth in there? If there weren't any truth, then I just said, okay, that doesn't relate to me. And so for those of you that are just joining in and just coming on, I'm talking about correction is not rejection, it is redirection. And too often when someone corrects us, we feel that it's rejection. What do you think? Have you been in that space where someone is correcting you and helping you to grow, and it may not come off always in the right way, but you feel rejected, and you feel like, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to say that anymore because I'm feeling rejected. So that's what the topic is about today. Correction, it's not rejection, but it is redirection. It's not rejection, but it is redirection. And when we understand that it's redirection and it's not rejection, then our outlook is a lot better. Then our outlook becomes a lot better. So I just want to give you some pointers as to correction is not redirection. And you can go ahead and look more in, And so one of the things, correction is not redirection. It's redirection with love. Okay? I probably do need glasses. Yes, I do. I have glasses. My glasses broke while I was on vacation, and I need to get some new ones. So yes, I do. Yes. So thank you for seeing that. So in today we dive into how correction, whether from God, a mentor, or life itself, is often misunderstood. Too many of us take correction as a personal attack or a sign of failure. But what if it's actually a sign of love, growth, and alignment? What if it is that there's a way that God says, if I can't correct you, I don't love you. I used to use that on my children when I had to correct them. I said, the Bible tells me that I hate you if I don't correct you. So if no one can correct you, do they really love you? If everyone is always agreeing with you, everything you do, is that really love? Think about that for a moment. Is that really, really love? I see that you're saying that you have kids and I'm 17. You can still be a great parent. Be the best parent that you can be. So it says, stop mistaking discipline for denial. Start seeing correction as constructive. And let this message free you from offense and open your heart to development. Open your heart to be corrected. Open your heart to be corrected. That is a personal, if you make that personal decision, then that would be between you and your partner as to what you decide to do with that. So don't forget, so let this message free you from offense and open your heart for development. Open your heart to learn something. And if it's something that you are, if when they say that, whatever it is, and it's something that you can change about you to make you better and to grow, then go ahead and do it. If it's not relatable, then don't do it. But don't think everything is that someone is rejecting you or that you failed and so you don't want to try again. Try. Get up and do it again. A lot of times people do not continue doing things is because they feel, oh man, they rejected me, so I'm not going to do it again. And really, that was your stepping stone to be better, to grow, and to become everything that you can become. Because none of us are perfect. We're all growing every single day. So I just want to read the scripture to you. Hebrews 12:6 says, for whom the Lord loves, he chastens. That means correction is a part of God's design to shape us and not shame us. Let me read that again. That means correction is a part of God's design to shape us and not shame us. God is not here to shame you, but God is here to correct you. If you don't, that is not something that I will discuss on this message. This is not the space for that. If you cannot be corrected, are you really growing? And that's what I had to learn over the years. If I'm not corrected, am I really growing? We are living in a society and in a world where, I'm not judging. And everything is I'm not judging. But what if it is correction so that you can grow? So let me just leave this again with you. So it says, stop mistaking discipline for denial. Start seeing correction as construction. And let this message free you from offense. Don't get offended. If you are offended, there's some truth inside of there. And open your heart to development. And so I hope that you like this content. Go ahead, like, share, and comment. But remember, today is all about correction is not rejection. It is only redirection in love. Have a blessed day and enjoy. If you like this content, once again, go ahead, like, share, and comment. And let me know. Have you been corrected and you might have been offended and now you've learned that you are, that as you're growing, you're now accepting direction? Let me hear it in the comments. Thank you and have a great day.